Hey guys, this is Manshark Sub LPs. I'm Sub, this is Crusader Kings II, and this is Millennia in the Making episode 62. Pretty sure it's 62. Yeah, sure is. Excellent. We're currently playing as Kaiser Ulrich II, the Great of the Holy Roman Empire, so that's pretty good. And he is the son of Kaiser Ludolf, who himself was the son of Kaiser Ulrich I, and all the way back to Duke Otto of Saxony, our original character. We have some strong claims sitting here on these places. So if our Kaiser here is still alive in 6 years, because we have a truce with the King of Burgundy, or Queen of Burgundy, the King of Burgundy. But if he's still alive in 6 years, because he may die, who knows, we'll be able to press both of those at once for Nordgau and Sundgau. And Jülich, actually, so those 3 counties. That'd be good. That'd help us out a lot. And of course, there's a bit of a thing. I looked this up on the wiki before, but you can only press all in the declaration of war with strong claims. These will be downgraded to weak claims when our successor inherits them. So the 6 years thing is what we're looking for. We are currently at war, by the way. We're assisting the Byzantine Empress, who despises us, in a war against this fellow, who is revolting to lower crown authority, so I'm content with letting her lose that, by the way. I don't know what the current crown authority is in the Byzantine Empire. It's probably medium or high. Either way, I don't care. Because I get the idea that if she loses that war, she will have to abdicate. And she will abdicate to Count Ludwig Littlefinger, who is actually kind of ill. So in the event that he dies, next in line is Gotzello Littlefinger, this lovely chap who adores us. It does mean that we would lose the county of Eisenberg because he'd become independent, but that's alright. That's totally fine. He's also not a great ruler, unfortunately. So there may be other things to do down in Byzantine. We'll see about it. But when we left last episode, we'd just finished our war with West Francia for Gent, and so we were taking our levy over to Eastern Europe. Let's get that started. And of course, get rid of the succession warning. There it is. We don't need that. We do have an unlanded son, but we're going to land him in a moment. We'll keep that warning there, so that we remember that. And we do have some weak claims to press. The Duchy of Burgundy, the County of Jülich, the County of Sussex, and the Duchy of Livonia. And Livonia was up here. That's alright. The Duchy of Burgundy is an interesting one. Who would we be claiming that for? It says Alliard, which is this one here. Oh, so in there. That's not bad, but we also have a bunch of de jure claims on West Francia. Regardless, we can't actually declare war on them. We do have some claims on Chartres and Vendôme, but I'm not... You know, actually, she's the Countess of Gent. Okay. It wouldn't matter. We could press her claims, but we wouldn't get her as a vassal because she doesn't already have any titles under us, and she's not of our dynasty. And we are definitely not de jure claimants anywhere here. Of note, Ireland. Yep, been re-educated in history. This is now Ireland here. And Brittany is restricted to this little area in the corner. Ireland's actually doing pretty well for itself. As is Scotland. I believe Scotland is well past... Yeah, they're like an entire duchy. Yeah, they've taken all of Northumberland, so Scotland is an entire duchy into England. And England isn't doing well. It's got Jorvik up here to the north. which I understand would be quite annoying to deal with. Similarly, the what's the damn place called? Andalusian Peninsula. No, it's Andalusia and it's the Iberian Peninsula. There we go. Get it right eventually. They appear to be doing, well, very Muslim, which isn't great for us. I mean, it's great for us in the future, don't get me wrong, because in the future we can then holy war our way through it, if that's what we choose to do. Kind of like what we're doing to Eastern Europe, but a little tougher because the Islamic religions are organized, not pagan, so it's a little bit harder to convert them, and it's also just a little bit hard to fight them because they have that decadence mechanic. Ruthenia's appeared. This used to be, what, Conagata or something? Or was that up here? Ah! Conagata has become the kingdom of Rus. It's led by a Sulmanesco, so I don't particularly care about it. And Ruthenia is led by an Orthodox Russian. That's an issue, because we won't be able to, you know, holy war them. It's alright. It's no drama. No drama. Still got plenty of little places to beat up. My son Ulrich practically lives in the kitchens. I'd like to talk to him about moderation, I believe. Is it moderation? Yep. And now he's temperate, which is plus stewardship. Very good. And it's a virtue, so the churches like him more. We're losing money from somewhere. I think it's because our retinues are trying to reinforce. They are. You can see here we're actually over the cap. And we're over it because we lost a bunch of counties last episode due to some inheritance bullshit. What was that about the Corsican kid? Can we invite him? No, we can't invite him because he's not an adult yet, of course. Anyway, yeah, let's just get our armies over, and we'll see what we can do. New guy in Upper Silesia, that's okay. Bunch of losing claim messages. I'd really like our Chancellor, like our Chancellor up here, Chancellor Wolfgang, to manage to fabricate this claim. He does have an almost 20% chance of doing it per year, but if I get that, you know... Let's count this out again. I know I've done this previously, but let's count this out again for Denmark. So I currently have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the holdings of Denmark. Actually, is he at war with anybody? He's not. Ah, there we go. That's a lot easier. Right, so I currently have 5 of the 12 holdings, so I need 2 more to be able to usurp the title. Those 2 more would either be Jylland and Finn, or Finn and Shalland, I think. Let's see, do we have any claimants on the kings? Yes, we do have a claimant, this fellow. That's interesting. What other claims does he have? Nope, just on the Kingdom of Denmark. Yeah, I don't particularly want to give somebody else the kingdom, because that gets for little issues in... Ah, oh, bugger, that's not what I wanted you to do. It gets for little issues in where you've got that vassal king bullshit. This guy is a claimant on Finn. But again, we don't have de jure claims on that area. And he's obviously not a member of the Littlefinger dynasty. Does have a strong claim on Vermeland. Where the hell is Vermeland? Oh, all the way up there? Jeez, really don't care. What about Jylland? Does anybody have weird claims on that? Apparently nobody has claims on that. What about the Petty Kingdom? This guy would accept. And this guy would accept. He's Catholic. He's Catholic. Now what we're doing here is we're trying to find if any of these guys have strong claims. So it's got a weak claim on a an inheritable claim, I mean, not strong, on the barony of Gelling and nothing else. If it matters. The barony of Gelling is that place there. I don't want to press wars for baronies because that's kind of dumb. Let's have another little look. So there's that guy. What about this fellow? Well, he does have children already, so that's already an issue. And they're weak claims, so don't care. The County of Finn. What was your claim? It was weak and uninheritable. Shalland? Nobody would come along. Skane. I'll take Skane. No, apparently no claimants. Halland? Nobody that would come. Blackinge? Again, nobody who would turn up. And Bornholm. Nothing. Alright. Bugger that for an idea. Fabricating claims seems to be the way to go. Training grounds have been built in Nuremberg. Wonderful. We could build that stables. Excuse me. Okay, Duke Roger, who is the child we are attempting to assassinate, is going to hire somebody to take him on a hunting trip. And they will hunt the most dangerous game of all. Small children. Hopefully that goes well for us. I'm not actually sure if I remember why we were killing him. Something to do with his inheritance down here. Okay, that's interesting. This guy has joined in on a revolt or started his own. Let's see what they are. So there's a claim on West Francia and one to lower the Crown Authority. And you know, if we look at the scope, they're actually fairly sizable revolts, but the king should be able to put those down. I would like to take Reims though. We have claims on Reims. Not personally. But if we see here, we can claim it for this guy, the Count of Bar, which was... Where the hell is Bar? Ah, this one right here. So that should, because it's just a county title, keep it in my demesne, or my hegemony, sorry. Or we could claim it for this guy, the Duke of Upper Lorraine, which would do the same thing. I would probably want to claim it for this guy. Let's have a look. For Hamelin Carling's claim. I'd like this guy to win his war. Because then we can go to war with West Francia again. So we'll just hold off on that. We're not going to attack them just yet. I want to see how their wars go and that sort of thing. Also, our army is halfway across our country, so... You know, bugger that. But over here we have plans. Whoops, that was a bit of a misclick apparently. We're going to take all of Prussia. And it should be very easy to take all of Prussia. And from there we'll try and... We'll see how much of Lithuania we can get, basically. And because most of these are just little counties, like that's a single count, it's an independent count, that's what we're looking for. Another independent count. This guy isn't. He's part of that kingdom. But that's alright. Okay, the Fool Hunter lost his nerve and refused to kill a 6-year-old, but he kept quiet about the conspiracy. We'll just have to try again. Remember, if at first you don't succeed. Okay, so... Actually, I'm going to order them into Marienburg, I think? No, actually, it's a single move into Kujawi, and then we should get a fairly decent move into Shelmo. We'll hit Shelmo, Galindia, and then have a look at Samland. And we're making money again. Wonderful. I think we may look to improve... Yeah, okay, we'll look to improve Znojmo again. When we get 285 gold, we'll spend it on the castle town. It seems reasonable to me. Alright, let's continue. Okay, we'll order the move. They'll get there in a few days. But before they do, say on the 6th, we'll just check out. He does have allies, but they're all unimportant. So, it's a holy war. We could call in our allies, but we're not going to. 75% war score from that. He still won't give up. Nope. But now we have a fairly quick siege that we're going to assault, because he's only got a fort level of 4. We outnumber him by over 10 to 1. And the quicker this gets over and done with, the better. New Duke of Pomerania, that's cool. He kind of likes us. Factions popping. The primogeniture succession is actually doing quite well comparatively. The primogeniture succession in Pomerania. What I would prefer, the only reason that this guy has actually done it for Pomerania and only Pomerania, is that his holding. Wow, that's bizarre and something I did not expect. I thought that his holding would be in Pomerania, and that would be why he would have been all, hey, you know, I want to be lord of the place where I have, like, where I've got holdings. But apparently not. He's got a holding in Poland. But what I would prefer is if he pushed for primogeniture succession in the HRE. Not, you know, Pomerania. Because if he does manage to get that going ahead, he'll take both Germany and Pomerania away from us. We'll still have hegemony over them because we're an empire, and those are just kingdoms, but it would be a pain in the arse. And there's our 100% war score. But before that, we've managed to capture this woman, who is not ransomable. We win, we get the county. Nice, quick war. Unfortunately, none of these are secondary holding castles, so we just need to find another lovely German chap. What about this guy? Well, he's the Duke of Baden. Only because he's married to the Duchess of Baden, but it does mean that his child here, Eckhard, would inherit, well, the duchy and Marienburg here. So I want to find... Oh, that's right. Prince Wiggerich here. He wanted a holding. So we'll give him... Culm. Done. Next war. This is going to be very quick fire sort of thing. Okay, we've got another hunter. Excellent. They call it the wilds for a reason. But yeah, we're going to basically quick fire and try and get through these small single county holdings very swiftly. He's Norse, but I don't think... There are still Norse guys around, but most of the nearby ones have converted to Orthodoxy. That's right. Actually, very, very few Norse around. There's only these guys up here. I believe that's... What is that? Oh, it's a Russian revolt. Alright. And Norway and some elements of up there are still Norse. But that shouldn't be a drama for us. So let's have our holy war for Prussia. We'll get there in 7 days, which gives him enough chance to raise his army for me to smash and take a lot of war score out of. That's why we don't do it just a day before anymore, because it's quicker to just demolish his army. My granddaughter, Helene, is a naive appeaser. It's not terrible, I guess. I mean, it's very Chamberlain-esque. There we go, 68% war score. Not much military tech, but that's because these guys are technologically inferior to us. Not a judgment, just a state of fact. They're still saving up for purchasing another rank of legalism, and for improved keeps here, and for either, I believe siege equipment was what we were going for. Okay, so definitely going to assault this place. There's less men than the last one. And this will give us the ability to either create or usurp the Duchy of Prussia, which we're not going to do. We've killed the Duke, and he will keep quiet. Yes, the Hunt Man truly is the greatest of sports. So, what was he the Duke of? I think he was the guy up here who was going to be annoying. And I believe we were just going to try and murder our way through everything, weren't we? Yeah, this was the kid here, Duke Roger of Upper Burgundy, so this guy has taken over. So let's get him gang stabbed. Yep, same people, all that sort of stuff. We've taken Angerburg. That's a pretty epically named place, and that's given us enough to force a victory. This is massively boosting our piety, prestige, and the moral authority of the Catholic religion, by the way. And again, we've got to divvy up some of these places. I think I'll give this another holding to my son here, unless... Yeah, we've got a couple in the works, but that's... That one there, Prince Ulrich, is 4 years away from needing a holding, and these two are 7 and 1, so plenty of time. We do need to get rid of this place, though. Yeah, why not? We'll give it to our son. Grant landed title, and it's Galindia. There it is. Done. Now, a few more places to deal with here. So these are all basically independent. It's great. We're just going to smash through this as much as we can, take as much as we can, because we still have about 5 years before our truce over in Burgundy is down. Let's just check on these rebellions, though. Both completely even at this stage, which means they haven't had any big battles, and, you know, nothing's really going on. But Burgundy, are you having any issues? I think it's just a bunch of wars that they've kind of joined in on. I mean, Aquitaine is attacking them for, you know, de jure lands, but that's alright. Huh. We own this place. How the hell do we own this place? What is that? Maison. Yeah, neat. Oh, that's good. It's given us another, well, our first part of West Francia. The only drama there is that the West Francian may eventually declare war on us to try and take it back. But, well, fuck him. Know what I'm saying? Yeah. Alright, so, can we get a single move up there? Yep. Yeah, that's part of Smaland, which is a Norse. So we wouldn't be able to quick fire on this guy because he owns all of this, and we could hit this province up and then sort of hold it for a while. So what are we going to do? We've got these 3 counties here are all independent. This county here is technically independent. Actually, it is independent. I thought it was in revolt, but it's not. So all of these counties here, they're all independent. This one here is just a 2. Pretty sure it's just a... no, there are 3 counties there in different places. I don't think I can go to war with this guy for Grodno because he's Orthodox. I do have claims on some land for other people, so I could take Grodno. Does he have any allies? Probably does. A bunch of guys in his kingdom, basically. Nobody important. So we could do something about that, but no, let's smash through these single county places first. So this guy, I guess. Start the move. We'll get there in 20 days. So we just wait till about 5 days before we get there. And then we'll smash on. And yeah, you can see the Duchy of Prussia, third from the bottom, has turned up. Alright, let's get this war declaration on. There, see, he's raised up his little army, but it has no morale. Ah, good, we've got a maid to kill the new duke. Wonderful. It has no morale because when you raise up vassal levies, they start at 0 or, you know, a very low morale amount. And because he's combined it with his main army, the morale has averaged out. So that's not a good thing for him. Yeah, you can see this main force almost has full morale. This one has none and is actually already fleeing. Not that it would have helped them. Bang. 75% war score, and we killed this guy in the middle of the fight. And apparently we imprisoned this guy. I don't know why. Can we ransom him to somebody? Nope. Oh well. Guess you're in prison, kid. Oh, I know why he's been imprisoned. This woman was pregnant. And, well, born of a dungeon, you're probably gonna die in the dungeon, kid. Sorry. And yeah, in addition to smashing through all of the army, we've made sure that if we didn't smash their army before besieging their place, we would be attacking a castle with 1,800 guys in it. See, 683 plus about 1,200. That's 1,900 guys. We wouldn't be able to assault that reliably. Because there's only 600 there, all we got to do is wait for this timer to, finish, so we get our siege equipment ready. And then we punch on. Excuse me. And that's a victory. And we've successfully kidnapped the chiefess. So we're going to ransom her back for 26 gold. Now we probably can't... Yeah, see, he's already considering another offer from us. But in 6 days we will get the victory. And in the meantime, let's start a move over here. We're doing this quickly. Nice quick expansion. He has accepted paying the ransom, and we have succeeded with that plot to kill the kid, Duke Evard of Upper Burgundy. She did reveal our complicity, though. It doesn't matter. So, who's in control of Upper Burgundy now? You! Ah, you probably will be for a while then. That's irritating. Okay, so if she dies, if this kid comes in, who is this kid? She's a wealth. Yeah, it's still being kept in the Burgundian region. Who has claims on these places? Nobody who's willing for it. And the other one? Yeah, nobody who's willing to move. That's somewhat annoying. Oh well, let's have a look at what our plots could be. So we've got Istria, Fürstenberg, Posen, Neustria, Salzburg. Nothing I care about. I want Passau or Steiermark. Okay, so he accepted our ransom. That's good. So now we can just enforce the peace offer with him. Bang. And still no little German holding. That's in a separate duchy from the, from Prussia. So we're going to see about finding a nice German Catholic who isn't immediately related to us, I guess. Or a Carling. You. You're Italian. He probably won't be Italian. Yeah, you can see he's got the foreigner modifier. You can kind of just use that and say, oh, right, well, I guess you're not of my culture. Dun. Yeah, and then we start getting into counts and things like that who don't matter. Okay, so we don't actually have a good German Catholic. What we can do is invite a noble to court. It will cost us 46 gold. A little expensive, isn't it? Yeah. These three options here are entirely designed for this purpose. The first one gives you a priest. 5 piety for a priest, it's a pretty good deal. The next one gives you a steward, which I'm not sure if they count as nobles or like mayors. They should count as nobles though. And the last one gives you a female courtier. In case you can't find anybody to marry, use that. Little bit of a gold cost, and you'll probably take a prestige hit from marrying a courtier, depending on where you are in your life. But, you know, it's not bad. Prince Ulrich. Prince Ulrich. How old is he? 12. How would you like to marry a kinswoman? So we'll just see if that offer actually goes through. And we've got the 4th of June for this movement to complete, so we should get the offer before then. Or, well, the acceptance. She has accepted that. Lovely. So now we go back and find Prince Ulrich, and we're going to give him Yatifiagi. Now this will stop us from educating him, but we should be able to say, hey, you know, you're going to be educated by me. No, still there, good. Right, let's just get this war declaration over and done with. Wonderful. And yep, still educating the child, so that's good. And we'll just smack this army down. 63 war score. And again, yeah, we've depleted their forces. So this is a very easy and successful way to just rampage through single county holdings. If we didn't have a retinue, this would be impossible. Because we'd have to, every time that we declared war, we'd have to put our levies down and then raise them back up. So this is a slight abuse of the levy system. Not levy, the retinue system. But you know what? I'm fine with that. Okay, we don't really have another one. We did capture this kid. He's a legitimized bastard. Let's see if he'll be ransomed. No, and that's because... What? It's because the guy who we would ransom him to has been taken out of the equation, basically. We need to give this to another German Catholic. You know what, let's try generating one. So, invite noble to court. We'll get a steward named Hartman. So now we look for H. For Hartman. Here we are. And you can see, German Catholic. Anybody who you generate via that method should be of your culture and religion. He's not bad. He has no negatives against us, so I'd like to award you the landed title of Scalovia. Done. Yeah, nice. I don't think there was anything that we could really mess with in terms of laws anymore, because we changed everything that we could. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess we'll go up here and take Memel. A little annoying that these places don't seem to have many, like, castle holdings. That would make things a lot easier. We'll leave Samland for last. Or will we? Let's see. What's that? Svibjod. So let's have a look at how many men they have. They obviously don't have more than we do. I'm going to say they maybe have about 2,000. There it is. 2,820. Okay, so what we're going to do is declare war, take this place. What are they getting there in? 5 days. Yep, so declare war for Prussia. Take it and just hold it. The drama here is that he may call the other Norse in, or his allies, who honestly don't matter. But the other Norse might decide, hey, you know, holy war, let's get in on that. And it's fine. Unfortunately, because we didn't declare war on this guy, he didn't raise his levies. And there's one guy. Let's see. I'm very leery in attacking a place which has over the 10-to-1 ratio. But we'll take it anyway. Take the whole lot. And then hold it, get that ticking war score. And while we do that, we'll go and attack the other places. Because we'll still be nearby if they sail troops down or something like that. How's the revolution going in France? Still 0-0. That's fine. How are yours going? Burgundy? You're losing to Aquitaine. That's also good. And the Italian... We do still have a truce with her, right? Yep. We're not plotting to murder anybody. Let's change that. Nope, can't change that. I don't think we could change this one. Nope. France? Ho ho! Okay, we're going to try and kill the King of France. And we're purely doing this to cycle the truce timer. Because, you know, 10:20 is when our truce with this guy wears off, but if he dies, we can just go back there when we're done kicking around in the pagan lands for a little bit. And yeah, these are actually pagan lands, so, you know, we're adding more non-Catholic holdings. But, you know, whatever. It's fine. It's alright. Yeah, look at that. That's good to go. We do have a massive threat rating from Irmgard here, 80%. She's the faction leader of the Crown Authority faction. That's the one who we've been stealing stuff off. Can we arrest her for any reason? Nope. And I'm very leery of assassinating her because she's in the realm. And she's a Littlefinger, so we would get the Kinslayer penalty, which, as well as being a massive relations hit, is -5 diplomacy, which we can't afford. And if we were young, we might take it so that we could take the raised diplomacy ambition and then get over 8 diplomacy when the Kinslayer mod finally wears off, which I believe takes some time if it actually does. Not sure. We're back below our retinue cap. There's no issue with going over it, like from losing land. It's just that you won't be able to buy any more retinues. Which is honestly alright. Duke of Flanders considers himself to be the heir to the Holy Roman Empire. What an idiot. Damned kids. I'm expecting Kaiser Ulrich II to drop dead any moment now. Even though he's strong and a brilliant strategist, which gives him the combined +2.5 to his health stat, whatever that is, he's still getting on. We will have a little drama with the Kingdom of Germany, but I don't think it's going to be a big one. We're losing the Byzantine revolt, but as stated at the beginning of the episode, I want to lose that. We're only an ally in it, so it doesn't matter too much. Yeah, I'm not seeing any reinforcements from Zvibjod up there. So that's good. Once we're done... When's that actually going to be constructed? In 2 years' time. That's fine. And we've captured a bunch of people, I think. Yeah, we captured 3 people from that. She won't be ransomed. He will. He will. And because they're only for 10 gold, you can kind of tell that they're not all that important. And yeah, they don't matter at all. So we're just going to ransom all of those guys back. 3 gold. And get rid of that one. And now we just attack these places. Take them nice and fast. Just the way she likes it. Wink. There we go. Now we control Prussia. So that's our ticking war score. One thing which concerns me is that he is building this new castle holding here. And he'll probably get that done after the war finishes, so he will probably have like his own little castle just sitting there. But fuck it. You know, whatever. So we're moving out of his county now to continue our wars. Good. Now we just ransom that other guy. 15th of December. We're going to be attacking across a river, but it's not a big issue. Actually, will we be? Yes, Skalovia. That was this one here. Okay, and let's just... I think he's already sent his troops out. Yeah, because he's defending against Ruthenia as an ally. So we kind of, you know, turned up while all the guys were out. So we're not going to get a huge war score from attacking his armies. But we are going to get fairly swift sieges, so that's good enough. What's this, an Alander fleet? Ah, yep, see, there's an army that's just showed up to try and take back Königsberg. Let's see, they've got a 5.7. We've got a 7.5. So we're going to hang on this siege, get it done, see if we could then assault these 2 places and then go and deal with that. It's no big drama. It's all good. Tech's coming up. Murder plot's still going ahead. We do have a lot of prisoners. We could ransom the Count of Ostfriesland. Why are we holding the Count of Ostfriesland? Where is Ostfriesland anyway? Okay, it's that one there. Why are we holding him? What did you do? But we could ransom him for 70. We can release him for an opinion buff, which we don't need. So you know what? We'll hold on to him. Because if we die, what we will probably do as our next guy, Prince Wealth, is release that guy. I'm a little leery of Prince Wealth, actually. You know what? How's our heir himself? He's not that good, is he? He's gluttonous. He's greedy. He's wrath. He's brave. He's zealous. He's also a hunchback. So hunchback cancels out a little bit of the brave bonus that we get. He's not very good at diplomacy either. What about Wigerick? Wigerick is terrible at diplomacy, and he's craven. Ulrich? Ulrich is coming along nicely. So that could be an idea. If Ulrich gets to majority in 3 years' time and we haven't died, we may just nominate him as our heir for places, and hopefully that goes through. Oh, we have enough money to do that thing that I wanted to do in Znojmo, which was upgrade the castle town. Because if you remember way back, the plan isn't to actually let Prince Wealth inherit. If he has to, then that's fine. But the plan was actually to just keep this in a sort of a holding pattern until one of our sons became decent enough. Because if Prince Wealth inherits, we'll get maybe 20 years out of him. instead of a 50 that we'll get out of a sun. I'm contemplating attacking this place. Yeah, why not? You see, we are losing a little bit of morale and more men than we usually would, but it's fine. And we've actually captured some people. A lot of people, apparently. So, let's see. We captured all of these people. So, first of all, they won't ransom... Well, he'll ransom his wife back. Alright, that's fine. Let's just get rid of a lot of those. And the Countess of Passau died. So who's the new Count of Passau? This fellow. Wasn't Passau... Yes, it was. Wonderful. So what happened to Steiermark? Went to this kid, who doesn't like us. But that's alright. We can't revoke it without accruing a penalty. We can't make a claim on it. And we similarly can't make a claim on Passau itself. And we'll see what happened to the plots later. There's another army from Lithuania. Not sure which side of a war that's involved in. But, you know, it doesn't matter. Now, let's just check this. We're getting 50% from holding Davins Penicus prisoner. We don't need that 50%. But we are just going to smack down this temple. Because this guy has just approved the safe return of his wife. And he'll pay us 26 gold for Davins. Done. Okay, we fully occupy that place. Can we intercept? Nope. But we can head off. Yeah, and then we can probably intercept. It'll take us a month to get there. He accepted the release of Davins. Is there anybody else that he'll accept the release of? Yes, he'll accept the release of Ulita for 10 gold. And after that we'll just say, okay, now we win, right? There we go. So, now we win, right? And now those guys are no longer hostile to us, so we can just deal with that down there. Reassign these places. Now, that's part of this guy's... We're going to give it to this guy. He's a pretty decent chap. What was it? Memel? Memel. Done. Now we go beat this army up, and hopefully that gives us a little more war score here. Sophie here is trying to kill the Countess of Scalovia. Stop that. Okay, and we've got a fight in 2 days. There we are. Easy win. Demolished an army, 10% war score. A lot of piety out of that, actually. Still an indecisive war, allegedly. So, let's take some more land. We're not going to move our retinue away from this area until we win this war here. Even to come down here to France, which is now undergoing 3 rebellions. One of which, they're all very minor in favor ofs, but 2 of the rebels are kind of winning, and 1 is kind of slightly losing. But it's not a big deal. Actually have another look at the... Okay, so we've got 1 for this guy, the Count of Bar. What about this guy? We have no Casus Belli against Albury here. And of course we have a couple down here against this one, but not important ones. Not ones that we actually want to press, in other words. And we're still trying to murder the king himself. He's having a really bad time in West Francia. Really bad. Alright. So, let's move into, I think, Samogitya. So we'll go up to It was a month to get into Samogitcha, so let's just do it like that. It can't be any worse. Yeah, still a month. They're at war with people, but it is a single county, so, you know, this should work out pretty alright. We'll just wait until about the 15th, and then we'll get our war on. We will, of course, take a river crossing penalty, but it doesn't matter. We outnumber any possible troops by so much that it's just not important. Maybe we'll keep elective monarchy in the kingdoms. I don't know. Yep, good. She didn't raise all of her troops for some reason, so we just got to settle in for a little bit of a siege. It's not a big deal. New counter for engine. Good, good. Some people are converting to Catholic, that's fine. Retinue cap is increasing. We've got a new Countess of Passau. Goodo. I don't mind that because that killed off that particular branch of the family's claims on Austria and stuff apparently. But also I don't mind it because that child has a fairly positive opinion of me. Excuse me. So it's alright. Yeah, bugger it, let's go. I can take the losses in terms of money and men. There is a Svipjod army coming down. That's excellent. Yeah, we're just going to smash these places. There we go, there's our war score. And take it. Done. And again, we're over our limit. That's fine. And we will actually give that to... We're going to give it to this guy. So is it Samogitcha? Oh no, it's now Samaitan. That's alright. He should, at his earliest convenience, form the duchy of, what was it? That's great. Duchy of Zemaitaj. And that's one that he'll actually have to create. Okay, so we're going to send our troops down here, because no doubt these guys are marching into Samland itself. And there they are. So we're just going to tell our guys to go and kick in some, you know, Norse. And when they do that, we should get a sizable chunk of the war score, because it's an army that actually belongs to the guys we're at war at. It's not an allied army. I think that's how it works. How are we going for Lithuania? Nobody actually has the Kingdom of Lithuania title yet, I think. Yep. See, it needs to be created. We control 7 of 21, so we need 4 more counties before we can hold it. We're going to get 1 there. We might get 2 up here, I think. Yeah, we'll probably get those 2. Because it's an actual duchy all by itself, Courland. And then we'll probably grab both of the Lithuanian ones down here and we'll form Lithuania itself. And then we'll see if we can just take the whole damn thing. We're going to have enough money. No arguments there. They appear to have put down some of their forces. Yeah, only 7.2 war score there. That's fine. Still not accepting a loss. Oh, we're actually at war with these guys up here. Why? They're involved in the war. So let's go up there and beat some of them up. And additionally, by doing that, we'll be furthering our, ability to make war on them next time. Oh, it's good to be Emperor / Kaiser. My kinsman, my spy master, was imprisoned by the Basilissa, so we need to appoint a new one. Amadeus, you're fine. You'll be a good one. And we're just going to send him straight back to spying in Constantinople. She's going to get a little shitty at us in a moment for spying on her, but she can't get shittier at us than she already is. Yeah, there we go. Most unfortunate. Hilariously, that was her heir that she just imprisoned. So if she castrates him or something weird like that, I will find it hilarious. Or if she just kills him, that'd be kind of interesting. Because then Count Godzello here would turn up. I don't actually want Count Godzello to become heir. If you see here, I just noticed this, by the way. First up is Ludwig. That's the guy she just imprisoned. GG. And he's count of one of my places. So I don't want him to become Byzantine Emperor, because that means that he'll drag one of my counties into the Byzantine Empire. Same thing, we've got Zello here. What I wouldn't mind happening is for Burchard, who is Count Ludwig's son, to, you know, become the Byzantine Emperor. However, that still has issues. I think if she castrates Count Ludwig here, which she shouldn't do, at most she should just blind him. But if she castrates him, actually I think blinding counts for this as well, but there's something weird with the Byzantine Empire, and maybe other nations, I'm not sure about this, where if somebody isn't of bodily integrity, as in they're missing their eyes or their balls, they can't inherit. It's a whole divine thing, like they're supposed to embody divine perfection or something, and obviously missing your nads is a pretty good way to say, hey, you're not exactly divinely perfect. You know, which is pretty obvious, I guess. Yeah, we are going to attack up into this place. I was just considering hitting Lithuania itself instead, but we can wait that little bit of extra time. It's... I kind of do want to get in over here. How long will it take to move to Lithuania? 2nd of October, 28th of September, 20th of September. Alright, that's the new plan. But that'll be for next episode, because it's about that time. So, as usual, if you have any questions or comments about what I'm doing or anything else, feel free to leave them below the video. I'll be sure to get to them as soon as I can. If you liked the video, go ahead and give that like button a tap, and the same thing if you would like to see more. Just hit the subscribe button and I'll get more videos to you as soon as possible. But in the meantime, I've been Sub, you've been yourselves. Later.